I'm a member of a top-secret research unit. As per my superior's request, I am to deliver a file to Celeste Drive, my older sister. The moment I step into my sister's office, in turn, Ethan Irwin quickly moves to stand in my way. Are you the new assistant? He eyes me up and down. Finally noticing the document envelope in my hand, then, he chortles loudly. It's your first day on the job, and yet you're already trying to suck up to a mess. Drive. Why don't you take a look in the mirror and see how pathetic you are? Only then do I realize that Ethan has mistaken me as a love rival. But the thing is, Celeste has never told me that she has a boyfriend. I'm about to explain the truth to Ethan when I feel his fist colliding with my face, and the only assistant MS, Jen needs. You can forget about being her boyfriend. Ethan yanks me by the hair as he dumps scalding hot water onto my face. To think that you're already planning on becoming a sugar baby and seducing rich women at such a young age. I'll teach you a lesson on behalf of your parents. I can only curl into a small ball on the floor, stubbornly. I use my body to protect the document envelope. My actions infuriate Ethan to no end. He snatches the file away before ripping it into pieces in front of the entire company. He even says fawningly to Celeste, MS, Drive. Your new assistant sure is a bold one for trying to seduce you. But don't worry, for I've already taught him a lesson. What a shameless, brazen man, daring to set his sights on MS, Drive when Ethan's right there. He's about to regret it. I don't think he knows what's coming yet, although Ethan might be an intern. His father is the company executive. Any man who tried to covet MS, Drive all ended up on a gurney. Whispers rippled endlessly through the surrounding employees. Ethan Irwin, the righteous intern assistant, towered over me, his eyes burning with barely contained contempt. The next second, he grabbed my hair and lifted me off the ground. A searing pain exploded across my scalp, causing my legs to nearly give out. I let out a muffled groan, only to get punched in the face before I could take my next breath. You're a man, why are you moaning like that? Who are you trying to seduce here? I'm telling you, MS, Judd is out for a meeting and won't be in the office today. You'd better forget those dirty thoughts of yours. Otherwise, it'll make you regret ever setting foot in here. I suppressed the raging fury inside me as I prepared to explain myself. My phone, which had fallen to the floor at one point, started ringing. I fixed my gaze on the screen, and it was Daniel Wilson, my supervisor, calling. I reached out to grab the phone, but Ethan was a step ahead of me and snatched it away. In front of all the employees, he put the call on speaker. Daniel's voice rang out. Hey, Ozzy, are you there yet? Have you seen Cece? Hearing the nickname of my older sister, Celeste Drive, Ethan instantly exploded. He screamed hysterically into the phone. You stupid, dead broke geezer. How dare you let your son think he can hit on MS, Drive? That nickname's not for losers like you two. The groundless lashing took Daniel aback. He was just about to refute, but Ethan hung up without a second thought. What are you waiting for? Ethan, just get rid of him. Look at how calculating he looks. Maybe some broke father heard MS. John was hiring for an assistant, and he wanted his son to take the chance and marry into a family. Ethan's lackey stood at the side, hands on his hips as he sized me up and down with unmasked mockery. I gritted my teeth and, ignoring the pain from my scalp, tremblingly explained. I'm not here for the assistant. Before I could finish my sentence, a piping hot drink came splashing all over my face. At that moment, that same searing pain from earlier only now 10 times worse bloomed across my entire body. I collapsed to the floor, rolling around and clutching my head. By then, countless blisters of all sizes had formed on my exposed skin. None of these absurd turns of events prompted the bystanders to take any action. Instead, they stood and laughed. Ethan, you shouldn't have done that. The sugar baby wannabe like him might play the victim in front of MS. Judd later. Geez, have the security guards at Judd Group always been slacking off like this? Why did they let just anyone in? I had lost all strength in my body, curling into a tight ball on the floor, but I held on to the file in my arms, as if my life depended on it. After 7 years at the top-secret research unit, the project was finally approaching its conclusion. Celeste was once Daniel's student. He made a point of stressing that I had to deliver the file into her hands intact. However, it was precisely because of my action that Ethan immediately noticed the document envelope in my arms. He raised an eyebrow, a hint of curiosity amid his hostile gaze. Immediately, I read his mind and eagerly shook my head. Look at him, Ethan, after everything. He's still clinging to that stupid envelope. Who knows? Maybe there's a love letter to MS, Judd in there. I've heard all these newbies want to take the shady route nowadays. I even saw online how some interns try to seduce their bosses, swapping out their resumes for racy photos. Those words were nothing short of a spark, igniting the full fury in Ethan's heart. He gritted his teeth, his gaze cold and murderous as he advanced step by step. You filthy, broke loser, trying to seduce rich women. Huh, I'll teach you a lesson you won't forget today. From now on, you'll think twice before you even look at a woman. Suddenly, an unnatural strength pulled me off the ground. They each grabbed an arm, hoisting me into midair. Amid the chaos, I saw Ethan rummaging through the drawer. In the end, he walked toward me, his smile sinister, a blade in his hand. And no, I yelled. This is all a misunderstanding. I didn't come here to seduce anyone. No sooner had the words left my mouth than Ethan lifted his leg and drove his pointed leather shoe into my stomach. I yelped, the pain so sudden that I felt my vision going black. Cold sweat drenched my back as if I had been dipped into the pool. The next second, a rush of blood filled my throat, and my stomach rebelled. I threw up violently. EW, that's disgusting. The two lackeys who had hoisted me immediately jumped away. While I collapsed to the floor like a beaten-up pillow, I was in so much pain that I couldn't utter a word. Yet, this was far from Ethan's satisfaction. He crashed down on top of me, straddling me. You shameless sugar baby. You should have spent your youth doing something good instead of going after rich women and going to be the son-in-law of the Judd family. While you're nothing to me. He leaned in, threading his fingers through my hair before tightening his grip and forcing my head up, laughing softly. He casually drew the blade across my face. Your eyebrows will be the only casualty today. Try to make a fool of yourself again, and he'll shave off every last bit of hair on your head. Of course, he wasn't going easy on me. The blade dragged across my skin, leaving behind plenty of cuts with fresh blood oozing out. By then, I had already been tortured to the point of losing consciousness, barely keeping track of what he was doing to me. An employee guffawed. Oh, my gosh, look at him without eyebrows. He looks like a freak. Serves him right. We should strip him naked, take photos of him, and paste them on the walls of our lobby. That way, anyone who tries to hit on MS, Judd will automatically back off. Soon, one of them righteously pulled out their phone and aimed the camera at me. Ignoring my humble pleas, Ethan ripped open my shirt, borrowed a lipstick from a female colleague, and wrote plenty of profane words on my body. The employees around me murmured in sympathy, and some even turned on their flashlights to capture my current